Hello, everybody.
Welcome to the North Brisbane Psychologists Christmas Party. You are invited into this very exclusive staff party.
Very exclusive.
And I think, would you mind if I just show them your outfit?
Oh,
please.
I'd love to show off.
This is
my
Dr. Rachel
Christmas
Hannam, PhD, in her Cyndi Lauper outfit. She tells us we might get a rendition.
Girls just want to have fun.
And if I may introduce, we have the beautiful Michelle Jansen.
Hello.
We have the beautiful
Samantha.
Sam. What's your surname, Sam?
We are.
Weir?
Yeah.
Oh, I'm sorry, Sam. And Anne-Marie.
Hi.
Anne-Marie van der Wyn.
Yes.
Am I saying it right?
Yes.
Well, that's it. Yeah,
And
that's
we're
fine.
privileged enough to have these brains, these smart women's brains, to pick on how to best survive the festive season. So, Rachel, if I may start with you, being the personal favourite, what advice do you have for families who are needing to move through this period with smooth, harmonious, collective approach, collaborative approach to family? What would you say?
Yeah, well, Christmas is a really stressful time for so many families, right? And every year when I come back to work in January, I'm always very curious to ask my clients, so how was your Christmas? And half of them at least have some pretty good stories. Because, families come together, or people, and there's conflict, or people are really lonely because they don't have anyone to get together with.
Yes.
Or there's financial stress. You know, they're expected to buy presents and spend money on, food and drink and going away, and that causes stress. There's many stressors at Christmas for so many people. And I guess a big one is family conflict. I'll speak about that because it's so common. And so I often say to my clients, if you've got a really tricky, long-standing tension or a bit of a beef with someone, don't do it at Christmas. Maybe play Happy Families on Christmas Day. Don't do it on Christmas Day, because forever after you'll remember your Christmas Day as the anniversary where you became estranged from Aunt Mavis. Or your mother or your sister or whatever, you know what I mean? So I actually don't think Christmas Day or just before Christmas Day is a really good time to to have the really hard, difficult conversations. Wait till after Christmas. However, if it's not too tense, then using that non-violent communication stuff that we've talked so much about on this live stream, to say, here's what I'm noticing, and here's how I'm feeling, and here's what I'm needing, and here's my request. Would you be willing to? If it's not some sort of really deeply entrenched, emotionally charged issue, then, try and get some clarity before Christmas Day about roles and priorities and, who's doing what and, what's expected. Christmas is like a project. Like any project, we want to have the pre-design phase,
Yes.
Who's doing what and what are the expectations.
Yes.
So, because so much conflict really is lack of clarity, and harmony is caused by having shared clarity. Clarity brings harmony, I always say.
Yes, clarity brings harmony, and I love your bringing in preparation. That's along the lines that you and I were speaking in the lead up to this conversation, that surely there's things that we can do to prepare. I'm interested in this. I'd love to know from your smart brains, what can we do, right? How can we prepare? We've got, we've got less than a month now, so what would you recommend people be doing? I love your suggestion around nonviolent communication, a 4-step process that we teach on a monthly basis. We'd love to see some of your faces there next year. Michelle, what are your suggestions to prepare particularly for Christmas?
Yeah, I think that off the back of that, being really clear about what your needs are, but then being really clear about what your boundaries are. What's okay with me, what's not okay with me. And off the back of that, having really clear exit strategies if you need them. I've always found that having a conversation with my partner or sisters or friends or whoever I'm speaking with, around that time, who are my people that are going to help me if I need a break, do we have a time that we agree we'll go by together? Do we have I'll drink, you won't? Do we have I'm going to pop off to the toilet for 30 seconds to pretend to go to the toilet but just take some deep breaths,
Exit strategy, that's great.
Yeah, so
Thinking
just really
ahead.
checking in as well with really tried to have to do this year in general, but particularly at social events, what is my body feeling? What's happening for me? How quick is my heart going? Am I getting hot? You know, all those sorts of things are cues, body clues to go and take a break. And it's okay to go and take that break at a function, I think.
Yes, and regroup and recenter. Come back to self. Check in with the body is a powerful way to come back to self rather than being having an external reference point, feeling that you might be thrown around by others' opinions or judgments. That is a solid practical strategy. Thank you, Michelle. I'm keen to hear more about boundaries too, because that's been a definite theme amongst my clients at the moment, the need for boundaries and messaging, you know, again and again and again to break habits that might be quite long-standing, right, within families.
Yeah. I think as Rachel said, it's not the time to unpack all of that over Christmas lunch. But you can set a boundary internally. Yeah. You know, you can say really clearly to yourself, as I said, I will go by this time, or I won't engage in this type of conversation. You don't have to be rude about it, you don't have to get angry about it, but you can just hold a really strong internal boundary.
Yes.
Yeah.
So what does that look like in practical terms? What would you, let's say that we're talking, you know, there's a mother out there and she's going to her parents and she's got the kids, you know, and there might be pressures from all sides, family members she hasn't seen for a while. There's a lot going on, right? How might she prepare herself in the days leading up, and then even in those, you know,
pulling into
moments.
the driveway.
Exactly.
Pulling into the driveway.
Set an intention.
Set
I'm going to be here
intention.
for 2.5 hours.
Okay.
I'm going to relax my shoulders. I'm going to smile.
Yes.
I'm going to go to the bathroom when I need to have a break.
Nice.
Make an
Intention, I like.
Intention setting.
And even an intention around a need, like the need might be, well, you know, this Christmas, I'm going to be clear about my boundaries, and that's not okay. And this is okay, and that's not okay. Yeah.
And just even physical contact, you know, if you do have, you know, partner, family, whoever, and there's somebody there who's triggering for you, I suppose. You know, sometimes I find, just a little, if I ask my partner, if you just, every so often, just come and hold my hand, or just touch my shoulder, or just acknowledge me, that feels quite lovely too, that check-in.
You got
staying in connection.
You got some love hearts from our listeners on that one.
It's a nice one. Yeah.
So moving along, what suggestions? What might you have for us, Sam, around preparing particularly?
I think like also you were talking about boundaries. I think also like setting expectations, like maybe around gifts or that sort of thing, about like how much you're going to spend on people. 'Cause that can be really stressful with like finance and everything like that, especially with the year that we've had. It's been quite detrimental. So talking about like what, you know, the cost is on those things and whose family you're going to be with, like setting expectations so there's not that miscommunication or the arguments.
You have to be quite courageous to have those conversations, don't you? But what's the alternative? If you don't have the hard conversation, then everybody has mixed expectations.
Okay, so that goes back to clarity that you were talking about earlier, Rachel. So are you saying, Sam, you know, around expectations, making sure that you're on the same page as your family?
Yeah, not just having assumptions, because that's when tension can occur.
Okay, beautiful. Thank you, Sam. What about you, Anne-Marie? What suggestions do you have for our listeners in the lead up to Christmas for maintaining family harmony?
I think it can be very easy around, you know, Christmas time to get really caught up in all of the, you know, societal expectations and what, you know, maybe your friends doing, or, you know, how good your mother's party or your auntie's party or anything that was.
Comparisons.
Comparisons to others. And I think sometimes that can make us feel inadequate or, you know, disappointed or pressured to do more than maybe what we're capable of or what we, you know, have resources for. So I think in these times it's really important to get back in touch with our values and think about what's actually really important to us, and think about, you know, how even in the smallest of ways we can live by those during the holidays, rather than getting caught up in, you know, all of the expectations that might be put on it. The shoulds.
Do you have any suggestions on values and how people might connect with their values, Anne-Marie?
Well, it can be very difficult to do this. I'm sure, you know, if I ask somebody, what are your values? What are your top 5 values? It might be, you know, really difficult to actually pinpoint that. There's lots of, you know, different things you can look at online. There's lists of values that you can maybe go through and see if you can rank. But one thing that I like to do with my clients too is to, you know, have a think about, you know, your past and things that have really brought you joy and happiness, and, you know, examples of where you feel like you have been your true authentic self, and then try to put a word to that, and then, you know, think about ways that you can more actively live by them moving forward as well.
Yes, lovely. Any other thoughts on values? Sam or Michelle?
My mind just went to a really practical thing about gifts, like just off the back of that, and then I went to some Gottman stuff around, you know, dreams that you might have for what Christmas looks like in your family, you know, so trying to have some conversations about, okay, getting in touch with how can I make this a Christmas that I really like, or just some small little tradition. It doesn't need to be, well, sorry, excuse me, sometimes I think we get caught up in the noise of this person wants this and I have to go here and I have to do this, and
The should thinking.
the should thinking that we were referencing. And you know, I was just thinking about gifts in particular, that, you know, in my family we tend to do for the adults a secret Santa present, so you know, we're not all going out spending hundreds and hundreds of dollars that we don't have or need to be spending. And just being, you know, okay with that. That it's okay if that's the tradition that you want to create, and it can actually be a lot of fun.
Thank you for bringing that positivity in, because I think as we've spoken about, there can be stress around Christmas, but it's an opportunity to set in motion collective values, family values around tradition, coming together, connection, generosity, gratitude even.
Fun.
Yes.
Creativity.
There's a lot of that happens at your house. I know firsthand.
Okay.
The dress says otherwise, clearly.
Yeah, shared family values. Thank you for bringing that, Michelle. And even what I heard you speak about was longing. And this is something that you've taught me, Rachel, that our longings are valuable in helping us to connect to our values and our sense of self. And those longings come up at Christmas, right? I long to be part of a group where I really feel loved, where I really feel embraced. I do feel a belonging. And as you say, Rachel, that can be confronting, but to acknowledge it, to give it some airtime, to give it some space, and even that is more likely to make me want to reach out or receive you if I know that I long to belong, right? Yeah.
And we or you are hosting an NBC practice group on Christmas Day afternoon, I believe, Alexis.
Oh my goodness.
Oh, welcome.
You were going to have people flocking there just after lunches.
You're all welcome, so long as you can fit in my living room. Just come along.
It's so beautiful. I may or may not be there.
Yes, our practice groups were originally in the waiting room, which is the living room of my house, and we will
got
do.
too big though.
We outgrew the living
way
room.
too big.
So hopefully, well, they say that a sign of a good family is that you have too many people to hold in your living room. So I'm taking that as a good sign.
Yes. Are any of our NBC community on the?
Are they listening? There is a wonderful turnout today. Thanks, guys, for showing up. And Steph is top of the list. She'll be there, I think, on Christmas Day. Give me a thumbs up, Steph, if you'll be there. Mia is there. I think Mia has offered to volunteer some help on Christmas. So I'm sure we'll be cashing in on that.
Such a beautiful little.
Liz says, Rachel, that dress.
I know.
And then starry eyes.
The first time I've ever worn it.
It is.
Because where else am I going to wear it?
Hello.
Can I wear it to comedy?
Great.
No. Can I do a stand-up comedy in that dress? No.
Why not?
I think well, stand up and it would distract people. You'd sparkle into their eyes.
Yeah. The spotlight is too much.
So
Thank you.
we'll sign off from you guys today. Thank you so much for joining us. There is a party to be had.
Do we not want to like circulate them, show them
Oh,
our clinic?
yeah, we've got time.
Clinic and the people.
Let's show them around.
In the clinic. Stay with us, everybody.
Okay. This is insider.
This
knowledge.
is room 1. This is room 1 that we've been in. There are 5 more rooms.
See, the giraffe is
my stepmother did that painting.
the giraffe is a symbol in NBC for compassionate thinking, and so Rachel is often given
Can I
giraffes.
please introduce? I would like to introduce everyone to our practice manager and North Prison psychologist Irina Gibson, because she is the most amazing practice manager in the entire universe. She is the engine of this psychology practice, and she is fabulous, and we would like to clone her, and she can never leave.
I've heard a lot about you, Irina. Thank you for keeping the cogs turning.
I love working here. They're a fabulous gang. So thanks for having me, and Merry Christmas to everybody.
Yes, we've got lots of people listening. We're taking them on a bit of a tour of the clinic.
Well, welcome.
Yes, thank you. So I'm going to introduce everyone to my oldest daughter, Alice. Alice is 18, and she's here to. This is a live stream on Facebook.
I know what they are.
Oh, you know what they are. She knows what they are. And Alice is helping us. She's kind of like our waitress here at the Christmas party. She's helping to, serve everyone food. There's not as many people here, darling. Where have they gone? Have they all gone outside?
I think they've all gone outside.
They've all gone outside. Let's go outside. I'll grab Alexis and we'll go outside. Should we just quickly meet Jenny? Yes. Alexis, Jenny, Alexis. Can I introduce you to everybody on Facebook who's watching?
Hi, hello everyone on Facebook.
This is Jenny Lang, who's been at North Prison Psychologist for 9.5 years. She is our longest standing team member here at NBP.
Very long in the tooth, yes.
And we love her so much that she's still with us. And
a wonderful place to be. Wouldn't be anywhere else. That's why I'm stuck.
we love having you. Mwah. So I just want to introduce you to all our wonderful followers on Facebook. And we've got James and Aaron. Would you like to say hello to our Facebook followers? Doing a bit of a live stream here. Thank you. Yes. And I can't even follow the comments because there's too much going on. Okay, thank you. All right. We're going to
This is the party.
go. Oh, here we are. Should we go down here? And would you like to take the phone, Alexis?
Up to hello, dear ones.
This is my wife, Larissa.
May I introduce a personal favourite friend, Jeremy. Jeremy Gates, NLP hypnotherapist and Gottman practitioner.
My favourite friend.
And friend, good friend from way back. And your name, my friend?
James.
James, good to meet you. James the second, I believe.
James the second, yeah. There's a few Jameses around.
And my darling, your name?
Larissa.
Larissa. And James and Larissa, are you also practitioners here?
No, she's my wife.
Oh, wow, lucky wife.
So
Happy
our
wife,
Facebook
happy
followers get a view of your lovely wife and our lovely NBP sign
That's
that was
right.
made from recycled materials.
Oh, fantastic. Beautifully positioned. And James, we'd love to have you alive sometime if you would like to share your wealth of knowledge.
Yeah, definitely.
And I'm sure you'll be getting the benefits,
I'll
Larissa.
let you hear about it.
And you're going to talk to ABC Catalyst about
Yeah. She's going to call me tomorrow.
Oh,
Yeah.
so if you want to know about ice baths, talk to James the second. All right.
There's so many
Hello.
people. There's so many people.
We're live on Facebook.
We're live
if you'd
on
like to just
Facebook.
peek in and say
Just-
there's no pressure, but we love faces. It's Facebook after all.
I just would like to, I mean, you're on the website anyway, right? So we have Rebecca, we have
Hello,
Sabina,
Hi, Sabina. Your face is familiar. Thank you. I know. I don't quite get the
and
aim.
we have Rebecca.
Hello, Rebecca.
Lovely Rebecca, clinical psychologist.
Yeah, thank you, and to you too.
We have Kate.
Hi,
lovely Kate Ryan.
Lovely to see you. Are you a practitioner here too?
Over at Asper Clinic.
At Aspley. And do you have a particular area that you focus on?
I love a good variety.
Yes, variety is the spice. Beautiful. We'll keep circulating. Enjoy the party. Yeah. Well, the admin crew Is that right? Yes. We're introducing everybody.
Lucy.
What's your name?
Anna.
Anna. And Lucy.
On Facebook Live.
And Lucy.
I'm sorry, the angles are not quite perfect. I'm sorry, everybody.
Sandra.
There's Sandra down the end.
Yes.
Hello.
Yes, and we've got Dora, the lovely Dora Abendanza. She's one of our psychologists, and Samia.
Samia.
Also one of our psychologists and Samia's partner.
What a healthy bunch of humans, healthy and happy. And you have created this vibe. You have created this productive space, really. I mean, the number of clients that come through this space, these are just the practitioners, right, and admins. So you can imagine the number of people that come through.
1,870 appointments last month.
So that is 80, yeah.
1,870 appointments, not 1,870 clients, but 1,870 appointments.
So that is the team here at North Brisbane Psychologists. Is there anything else you'd like to say, Rachel, before we sign off?
We probably need to sign off, don't we, so we can socialise. I would just like to say thank you so much to all of you for following us this year. And
yes.
Thank you, Alexis, for there's so many more practitioners we could introduce you to, but we probably should just go and socialise. To thank you for your support and your amazing questions throughout the past year on these lives and the NBC practice group and all the other contexts in which you support me.
Oh, thank you. Well, it has been a joy having you guys around, and especially you guys who we know face to face and online. It's yeah, I consider it a total privilege. You've enabled contribution and extending the reach, and we couldn't do that without you guys. So thank you so much for joining us online, and we will be back again in the new year with our first NBC practice group on the last Sunday of the month in January.
Christmas Day.
And Christmas Day in my living room. Yes, my God. Let me know if you're coming.
Contact us
me
privately if you would like to join us.
Yes.
Okay.
And Merry Christmas, everyone.
Merry Christmas. Thank you, everybody. Take care.
Okay. Ciao,
Bye.
ciao.